All rise. Careful there, someone run over you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Just a reminder, all of ours are recorded and will always be recorded. We'll start out with our public hearing, or budget hearing.
Preliminary budget hearing, because I didn't get all of my numbers done, so we will do the official budget hearing on September 16th, and the adoption hearing will be on October 2nd. I went ahead and copied you what I'm going to most likely submit, but there will be some minor changes. All of this budget is just under $1 million more than we spent last year, but it includes a repair quote initially of about $300,000 for Wayne Street, Amstutz, and Hassler Road repairs. The budget for the CCMG for Lakes of Leo. Since we did not purchase land or buildings this year, I moved that budget from this year to next year. It also includes a vehicle purchase and stormwater repairs to Hassler. So we have a lot of significant large dollar projects on the docket for next year. So that's why the budget's pretty significantly higher than it was last year.
750,000 just in the repairs you mentioned there. So and that's really concentrated Wayne, Hassler, Amstutz, Lakes of Leo. So that's the concentration.
And that Wayne Amstutz Hassler is the $300K, not the $500 we were quoted by a local contractor. So there's some adjustments to be made there. But does anybody have any questions? You were sent like the actual line by line with every dollar amount that's to be spent for the year.
Brian, when you're done checking that, you let us know.
No question.
All right. Anybody have any questions over the budget right now? Okay. I guess we're not having a budget hearing.
It's just no vote. You can just say close the budget hearing.
I close the budget meeting, and let's open up our regular meeting. I'll be looking for approval of the agenda with flexibility.
So moved.
I have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I'll be looking for approval of the minutes from August 19, 2025 regular meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Do we have any discussion, input over the minutes? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Clerk-Treasurer.
Town council payroll, $26,309.75. AP vouchers, $441,812.22. That does include the approved pay application to Mallet Construction for the Towner Lakes Brighton Park area, and then it also includes the final pay application for Cedar Trail. Those were both previously approved.
I'll take a motion for the A&P 441,812.22.
I'll make a motion to approve the accounts payable for $441,812.22.
Thank you, Brian. We got a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Do we have any discussion? Roll call vote. Greg?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Right. I'm an aye as well. Motion passes. It's unanimous.
Making a motion to approve town payroll for $26,309.75.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second? We have a second for council pay of $26,309.75. Do we have any discussion? Any questions, concerns for Angie? Do roll call. Greg? Rob?
Aye.
James? Brian? I'm an aye as well. Motion passes.
Park payroll, $1,485.48. park AP $1,309.99.
Is that they been down there washing that stuff or?
They're still sealing.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, so they finished up the fence today. They're down to the little children's boat area, the preschool area. That's gonna take them a lot more time because they have to go around all the little figurines versus just, so, I would expect by the end of this week they wrapped up. I was hoping the end of last week, but then when we started talking to those little figurines, that's gonna take them a little bit longer, so. They should be done with everything by the end of this week, including the peaks repainted purple.
The portion they have done now looks really good.
Yeah, I think it's turning out really
Yeah.
good. They've had a lot of compliments.
Yeah.
People have said it.
Yeah.
Any more questions or concerns about the park information or park board or payroll or anything?
Make the motion to approve Park AP for $1,309.99.
So we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
We have a second. Do we have any further discussion over A&P for parks? Hearing none. Greg?
Aye.
Right.
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. It's unanimous. Motion carries.
I'll make another motion to approve park payroll for $1,485.48. I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any discussion? Hearing none. Greg?
Aye.
Rob?
Right.
Shane?
Aye.
I'm an aye as well. Motion carries. Do you have anything else for us, Ms. Clerk-Treasurer?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay. Moving on. Old unfinished business, the Mallet Musical Gardens. Does anybody give any thought on this? I've been over there several times since our last meeting. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, just when you're done, we have to go back to number one.
Ordinance
Oh, yeah, it's all right. We'll get there. I asked you if there's anything
I know
else.
that that was further down. Sorry.
So, is this something we want to replace, something we want to do? Is this something we want to adjust? Greg?
Don't we have something already on
It is
order?
It is
For-
going.
It got canceled?
Yep.
Never mind, okay.
So, in talking to Brian here today, he reviewed it. Basically what it is the small piece of cable, they wrap it through, tie it off, and then they slide over it. It's basically just heat shrink over it. We can do a couple layers of heat shrink, if they're gonna rip them off anyhow. Your pinch chance is not gonna be there. We can do plastic coated, probably cable even be better yet. And see how long it lasts. If it lasts us longer, then we know we have something, we're onto something, right? So I don't think it would hurt us to try it. I don't think we're gonna be, he's confident that's what the current situation is and that he can replicate that, so I think it'd be good.
No, I agree, because, I mean, in my opinion, to take half of it out, if not.
Right.
And that's, worth a good try, so why not?
Yeah, and I don't wanna do chain. My fear with chain is if somebody would get their finger in it, they could easily deglove the end of their finger, but with cable, especially if it's coated, it'll be fine.
Mhm.
So.
And we have all the mallets that.
I've got it, I know we're missing 10 of them, I've got 5 of them over there, and I think Janet's
We
got
have
a
a
few
few
here,
more here, so.
so, if
Okay.
worst case, we might
We
be
can
short a couple
do
miles, so a couple things.
quite a few.
Everything will have a mallet when
Yeah,
we're done.
it's-
Okay.
At least one,
Yeah,
good enough.
yeah.
Yep.
And then what are you roughly, is that something you two just gonna handle?
Yeah, I think we're $150, but I should have all the supplies to make that happen.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, that's my opinion.
Let's
Yep.
go back to now Angie.
It's not mine.
Under you.
Ordinance 2025-08, prohibiting the use of public records for commercial purposes. So, this ordinance is basically being brought about statewide throughout all of our communities because we're getting a lot of AI record requests. They're all AI initiated, but they're asking for numerous years of documentation and data that takes a lot. Like the one I have right now, I've worked on for over a month and I'm still not done. they're using it for commercial purposes, and they state that right in their record request. This can actually, passing this ordinance can keep us from having to fulfill these requests. It's taking hours upon hours to complete, and then we're getting them more and more often.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt ordinance 2025-08.
You have to
Well, you
waive
gotta
it, you have
waive.
to waive the reading.
Oh, that's right. I'd like to, make a motion that we waive the first reading of ordinance number 2025-08.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I was just gonna say that generally with, public records requests, you're not allowed to ask what the purpose is. This is a specific exception to that, and you have to adopt an ordinance in order to exercise that option. And it's specific to electronic and digitally stored, information. I think if they come in and ask for some piece of paper that's lying on Tyler's desk, I don't think this applies to that, but it's about electronic records.
Thank you. Do we have any further discussion on this waiving? All in favor, say aye.
Aye. I'd like to
Opposed?
make a motion, oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. Motion carries. Let's roll.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt ordinance 2025-08.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Motion carries.
Sorry, I knew I should do those M&Ms.
Is there anything else? Just checking. New business, handbook update, Tyler.
So, just apologize for the confusion, I did the 3 and 10 are the same thing. I working with the attorneys to update an ordinance. Basically, in July of this year, there's a policy for leave of absence regarding students, kids, employees with students in school, that you have to give them time off to go do that. Policy number 606, we already have the updated handbook. At the next meeting, we will have an updated ordinance re-adopting the handbook with the current date. So,
You're gonna have that done next meeting?
Yeah, I'll have that ready to go.
Thank you for that update. Tree slab?
so if you guys remember when we did the little library in Cedarville Park, there was 3 trees that set off to the side. Each of them had a slab of a tree, the tree that was cut down, that was finished with a thick varnish. One of those the park board gave to Steady Eddies, or 2 of those park board has given to Steady Eddies. We have one last one in our barn. There was a request to be given out to a former park board member. I would like to see us investigate getting it refinished and utilize it as a table in here to display the town history items we have. I think it'd be a neat way to display it in the corner of the room. It's about 3 foot or 4 foot around. Then we get it refinished, it would look really neat in that area. So, at this point, I guess we just need to decide whether we want to give it away to the former park board member, or we want to
I
keep
think
it.
we need to investigate, the cost of getting that done first to
Right.
make a good decision. I mean,
Is it in good shape?
So it got water underneath it, so it probably have to be planed down and start over. That's really what happened, is it leaked moisture underneath that varnish and then lifted the covering. So we probably have to plane it down, get rid of all that, and then probably just oil it, if I had to guess. It doesn't need to have that heavy coating in here.
Right.
We know anybody around this table that likes to work with wood. That would wanna look at it.
Probably, maybe one.
So. No, I mean, I think we could get it planed down and get it looking good. I don't know how much it's gonna cost, we can maybe reach out to.
how, depends on how big it is.
It's-
I got a couple Amish guys out here that got a planer that'll do it for free.
Right.
Up it'll fit through.
Yeah, so it's 3 inches thick, or
That's
3.5
fine.
inches thick, and then it's probably
I bet
say
they,
3.5.
I bet they can get it through for nothing.
You're right, plane it down, and then it'd just be a matter of getting it re-oiled, I think, at that point, sanded and re-oiled. So, I'd like to see it used for something for the town. It's kind of a neat piece of history out of that park.
No, I agree, and that's why I said I'd rather see, you know, if it's gonna cost us a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, if it's not,
different.
yeah, then we can part with it.
But yeah,
So
if
you're
it's
thinking about
not,
making it a table, or are you thinking about putting it up like at an angle rack?
I would probably make a table and then get rid of all that stuff in the corner and just utilize it there as a table. with-
could we get a margarita machine on it?
Probably. If you use the right oil.
You cannot have it.
So, but yeah, so I'll work on getting, and maybe put me in contact with those guys, and we'll take
Yeah.
a picture and send it to them, take some
It's
measurements.
Elmer's,
Okay.
son, has a big shop in the back, he's done several for me.
Okay.
I'll get a measurement on it this week and just, so we got an idea of how actual.
Wide it is.
Well, it's
Yeah, it's a price for it.
It's a half mile from the barn.
Yeah.
So we could probably just run down there and they'll do it right there on the spot.
Okay. That Katie's down there, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, it's behind them in the
Okay.
back corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can just run it down there and take
Mhm.
it up and look at it. So that's all it is.
Mr. John Markey, would be as kind to sign in up here?
I can do that.
Well, thank you. Does everybody know John? He's like a legend in the area.
Well, I would like to sign in, but there's no pen. Mr. President, lack of preparation.
Yes.
I
I like him already.
He's in.
Just like that.
You can leave that there, John. I got another one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll finish the rest of this later here.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't make a copy because I want to have a little bit of a discussion here. Obviously, I'm sure people have either heard or have the enjoyment of seeing the article that was in the Courier by Mr. Jim Smith. And I don't know if anybody here has seen then the reply from Lori DeWitt on Facebook. I don't know if anybody has seen that or not. Clearly, it's in on her behalf. She thinks that it's great detail as far as the problems. But the discussion I want to have is associated with the money from the fire territory being paid back to the entities. I think, I'm assuming, but I just brought it that there was a document from Cedar Creek Township about the disbursement, which you guys have already received one check with that. And two checks. One,
Yeah, so we got one.
Hume Pond.
It's one payment, two separate
two
checks.
checks. Yes. But the total amount still equals what's on the paperwork.
Yes.
Okay. So the question that I have, and the downside with Cedar Creek Township is there is zero lack of normal schedule, obviously. And so I'm using just the beginning of 2024, end of 2023, whatever you want to call it. Their month numbers are somewhere in excess of $3 million. I'm just going to use round general numbers.
Sure.
Based on before anything was done, paid, or whatever. And I'll set aside what Mr. Witt has pointed the fingers in 20 different directions. But based on starting point of $3+ million to what they have paid out, what they say was left, minus now that they're still holding on another $200,000 for miscellaneous expenses. You add those two numbers together, or the numbers together, we're somewhere in the vicinity of north of $1.2, $1.3 million of a discrepancy. And the problem or the big issue that I have is the lack of accounting / details of what they have paid out. Now, if anybody has not looked on the systems as far as for Cedar Creek Township, obviously there's been a lot of discussion in the article about a lot of money being paid, and now it appears that Lori DeWitt received $57,000 in 2024 for services of 2,000 plus hours, 2,556 to be specifically the way she words it, as far as additional payment associated with the audit. Which, a lot of other questions, but bottom line is that's one example of expenses that have been paid out in 2024. I'm not going to go back into 2023. And the question, amongst many, is 2,556 hours in a calendar year equates to 49.1 hours per week for 52 weeks. Additional that she's claiming that she's worked. Whatever, that's great. So, it doesn't add up. The math doesn't add up. And the question that I have as far as for the board is to have at least an open discussion about, you've received a payment already, but what's the board's opinion about the missing or some difference of $1.2, $1.3 million? Obviously, yes, expenses had existed. We have no accounting of what's been paid out for. And that's the concern I have, is then when the township said that they took over in 2024 because of, they state that there was issues with it. The thing is they have just made the problem drastically worse by not being upfront with things. And that's one of the issues that I have with Ms. DeWitt, which will come up in September's board meeting because of the conflict of interest that she has created. But I'd like to hear the opinion of the board here of what you plan on doing, what is your position about the money that is out there. Because you've received a check, doesn't mean that it's done. But we have no clue as far as where things are even at. So if I take the percentage of the, let's say $1.3 million, based on the 6.89%, for Leo-Cedarville, it's somewhere in the vicinity of $90,000 still left out there. And I'd like to hear the board's opinion on the remaining money, or where is it at? So I'll open it up.
Anybody feel free? So it would be our position, we have been paid some money back, and I feel fortunate for that, actually.
Sure.
And we will probably not be doing anything further to investigate as a town.
So just for on the record, the town is willing to eat, not get back somewhere in the vicinity of $90,000?
Well,
of the
it's more of
taxpayers' money?
it's.
That would be a hard pill to swallow.
I'm not gonna disagree, but the Attorney General thinks it's more of a civil
Sure.
issue than it is anything. By all means, anybody up here can speak. And please do. No, this is not my decision. This is the council. Tyler, would you like to speak on it?
So, I mean, honestly, the hard numbers come out to this. If we were to take them as small claims or to a claims court to get it, we're gonna have that 90,000 of other cash involved in taking them to court. And by the time we pay for all our legal fees, all that stuff now, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong, like we'd have all your legal fees, all the court fees, filing fees, all that stuff. And I believe when I was president last year, I think the quote came back when we first started looking at taking this as a civil matter, that we were gonna be up around that $100,000 mark before we would hit their wall.
It just depends on how, there's always a cost, and it's so expensive even to get started. There's a cost of, and we haven't really discussed it, we haven't gone into executive session to discuss it. And I would probably advise, that we do that. But there's some costs involved, and it depends on how strongly they oppose what's going on, or if there's a proof issue as to establishing that dollar amount. This is really the first time I've heard that 90, so I haven't, had a chance to analyze what's recoverable or not. There's gonna be, if you're going for $90,000, you're guaranteed to get less than $90,000 It's just a matter of where that meter.
Yeah,
Meter
and
runs
the 3 million, the number I've heard over and over is like a 2.6. I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. I have not dug deep into this, but.
Well, well, so here's my concern as a resident of Springfield Township. The fire department, territory board, however, district, however you want to label it, let's label it as the fire department, needs that money to continue moving forward.
Well, it suffered over the last 3 years without it.
Correct. And I guess the question is, if maybe it's 90,000, maybe it's 100,000, maybe it's 85,000. The problem is, from the start, is they have made the problem drastically worse throughout 2024, and then even into 2025. You know, and that's the frustrating behind it. I get the concern that there may be some question as far as the cost and everything else, but I'll be honest, if the town would be accepting of the payment and be done with it, to me that's being complicit to what has taken place.
Have you been to any other towns or boards?
I've only been to Springfield Township, and I know as of the meeting last week or 2 weeks ago, Springfield Township has retained an attorney. I don't know the details as far as where it's at moving forward. I know that there has been discussion at previous township board meetings in regards to moving forward with a lawsuit of some sort. I just don't know the details. I haven't spoke with Bill.
If you do, I would encourage him to reach out to me or Tyler.
Yep. My intent, once I get on the schedule as far as what the town of Grable, be asking the same question.
Yeah.
Because-
That's why I'm asking, because if
it's-
everybody's getting behind
Well-
Springfield, then that's a different game, because one entity or all entities together, it's a big difference.
It is. And so I guess as a board, I would encourage the board also to reach out to Bill Harris with Springfield Township and find out where he is at, what's moving forward, and stuff.
So I had a conversation with Bill last week, I don't know what day it was. And Bill basically said, look, these numbers don't add up. And I will tell you the same thing I told him. I don't disagree. We've talked in the office, the numbers that are provided, even the repayment of what was provided, the 6.9% algorithm they use to get us our payment. I don't think any of those numbers align to what the contract that was in place originally said. High level. The problem is I don't know what the numbers are supposed to be at the beginning to chase down actually what we're owed. Is it that 3 million number that we talked about that was originally in there at the end of 2023? Is it 2.6 million? Is it 2.4 million? And then trying to figure out exactly how that falls and what we're actually owed. Because I don't trust the numbers anywhere. So as the town manager, I'm sitting there trying to go over the numbers and trying to pinpoint, okay, how much are we short? Is it 90,000 or is it 10,000? That, you know, like that's a big jump when you're gonna jump into litigation.
Sure, understand, but that's one of the questions amongst the many, is when you look at Gateway, you know, forget about the expenses, but when you see the thousands and thousands of dollars that are paid out just in 2024, I haven't even looked at 2025 yet, I'm sure they're out there. You know, it's the accountability of what is going on, and that's the frustration part with Cedar Creek Township, and just in general terms, is there is no accountability back out. It's going to be difficult when you're merging. There's no question about it. So do everything they need to be doing everything they could to stay above board or stay out of boring it, making it more difficult. And they chose not to. They just have muddied the waters completely, more than what it was already before, because of just the nature of the.
I don't think any of us disagree with those statements.
Yeah.
No.
But their inability to manage the situation, I don't think that they're experienced with actually doing it, and they've taken that over, and it's a mess.
Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, was there a period of time where a forensic audit, like it couldn't be till like 2026 or 7 until they could look at those numbers?
So that is up to the State Board of Accounts,
Okay.
exactly to when they take over and do that.
So you're talking about the State Board of Council, right?
Their standard audit is a 2-year cycle.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Two
was
or
that,
three? I thought it was a 3-year cycle.
Depends on what the situation is.
Okay.
So it's
But-
early as 2, as late as 3.
But what's
so did we
important-
fall within that cycle or are we?
No.
So they finished in 2023, the next one will be due
Okay,
in
that's what, yeah.
2026.
Okay.
At the
Right.
earliest.
But what's more important here, at the beginning of 2023, Cedar Creek Township could have done that to get their books straightened out. So they were advised to do that.
Mhm.
But the evidence won't come out until 2026.
As soon as that audit is done, it'll be released.
This fall.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
It should have been.
But to get my point through is this, some of the things that they're saying is the problem with all this, wouldn't be there.
Gosh.
Seamus, this is kind of important for you, because I know you're way behind on all this.
Okay.
But they could have had their own forensic audit at the
Mhm.
beginning of 2023,
Mhm.
and they didn't do it. Scott was advised to do that, Scott Conley, and he did not do that. And now this whole time, they've been using Steve Herman as a scapegoat. I'm not saying that Steve's books were pristine, it doesn't matter. They could have straightened all this out at the beginning of 2023 when they took all this money over. Now, I will tell you that the number that I was given by Mr. Jordan and Kendra Riviera at one time was 3.4 million, was what
More
was
what you're
was
saying.
on the line item that what they were in control of
Mhm.
before the spending started.
Mhm.
And so I am in favor of continuing this till we get to the complete bottom of it. I don't think it's even an issue that we think about how much money we're gonna get even if we go forward with this. The public needs to know what happened and out of the office and the board members as a whole, what has been going on over there, and they need to know, we need to make this as clairvoyant, or not clairvoyant, as clear to the public as possible of
Absolutely.
how far this is.
And just because we received a check doesn't mean it's over.
Oh, no.
I think that, I mean, we know
There
that,
was,
that just needs
there
to
was nothing
be
signed. that
made
said
known
that-
to
So
the
we
general
have-
public.
We have a policy in-house, money comes in, especially in those numbers, it cannot be held.
Mhm.
It has to go to the bank.
Right.
It came in on a Friday, it was in the bank the next business day to be compliant with our policy. But to be fair, the information they sent with us did not say that by cashing this check, you automatically are saying you're done with this.
Yep.
All it said is this is basically a payment towards what we owe you. And they are saying they have 200,000 left to disperse, which would be another $6,900 to us.
And roughly their portion of that money they kept was $774, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
What Cedar Creek
Mhm.
kept of the initial disbursement?
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, their total is 1.1 million on their disbursement.
Minus 300,000, right? So that,
So the minus the holdback then,
Well, and that creates a separate question amongst many is obviously the purchase of the building that went through on the fire territory. You know, that's the whole debacle, the way the whole thing was laid out. But if you're backing out of that, 776,
yeah, no,
You know,
very
it's
well
just-
involved, yeah.
you know.
So there should be no money held back even because all the bills should be paid and everything should be off the books. Now, if they're holding money back because they're saying for penalties and fines from maybe the state or the federal IRS, then they need to investigate that a little farther because the lawyer we did have on the fire district at one time said that's not the taxpayer's problem. That comes out of somebody else's pocket. So that money shouldn't even be held back legally.
Yeah.
So that should be brought up, and really, there's been couple other people in the legal aspect that I brought that up to, said that's completely correct. They can't use taxpayer money to pay fines and penalties that they have incurred under themselves.
Anyhow,
Yep.
that's all I had, wanted to talk about it. Go forward, any other questions as far as?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Hey, John, is that extra copies of that account?
If you, this,
I can send you a copy. That's just the stuff they sent with us, right?
well, this was the disbursement, the main disbursement. This is a report from Gateway of the beginning of 2024 from Cedar Creek Township,
Right.
starting before
The changes and-
changes, money paid out, whatever. That's what I'm trying to use their numbers to
Right.
start with, and then having an explanation broken down throughout 2024. How did you get to where you think that you're done with the separate payout on this form? How do you get to that number?
Right.
Because it doesn't add up.
And you're going to Town of Grable and then Springfield's.
Well, Springfield, I know, has already had some discussions and everything else, because I know that they're retaining the attorneys. I'm not too sure exactly the details of where that's at. You know, I just attend meetings as a resident. I have not spoke with Scipio Township to kind of get more of their opinion. I have never attended any of their board meetings either. So I'm just kind of chiseling my way through the different entities. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
So you can have a copy.
I think I do. If you want, John, if you can give those away, or I can make copies of them tonight for you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I can do that, yeah.
Because that's that stuff.
Right.
Obviously, there's some notes with it, but that's not.
Make that copy of those. Thank you, sir.
Town insurance benefits, renewal, spoke with Tyler on it. Sounds like it's budget neutral moving forward.
If we stay with the plans that we have, the current benefit package that we, allow for everyone to jump on, we have a 0% rate increase for 2026, and we just got notification that for the month of November, we will have a holiday. So nobody will pay for any of their insurance premiums, nor will the town. So that everybody statewide is getting a 1-month holiday because of how well the, packages and the whole program did this year statewide.
We don't have that here. No holiday for you in next month.
I'll be sure to tell them.
It's a state holiday, we gotta honor it.
But thank you for that information. That,
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
good news
that
is
helps.
it's 0%.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing, I will need tonight is I just need everyone to vote on whether we stay with the current packages that we have currently, which is our $2,500 deductible, single 5,000, family, and it's, plan number 6, which is in all your packets. The dental does not change, life does not change, vision, and the, I said it like, and then, yeah.
So I'm assuming you see no reason to change
I see no
because
reason to change
most
unless anybody up
places-
here is partaking in it has a complaint.
the
But
fire
so
departments
far-
went up for like, what was it, 30-40% or something? I mean, it was they had to switch carriers.
And we've seen, I mean, the benefit, like with Andy passing earlier this year, that life insurance payout did get paid out, to his family. So there is a benefit for all of us having it, so. Not that I want anybody else.
All right, I'll entertain a motion on that.
Make a motion to keep the current town insurance benefits to the renewal.
Thank you, Brian. Do we have a second on the floor, or
I'll second that.
we have a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. It's unanimous. Motion carries. Verizon quote for the park internet service, Riverside.
So before you, there's a quote, $40 per month. That'll give us internet at the Riverside Gardens, park. to make the camera systems connect out so we can remote view them.
What was that dollar amount again?
So it's $480 a year, $40 a month, no contract, we can cancel at any time. And that includes the modem. So the only reason it's within my limit to approve, but since it's technically a month-to-month contract, I'm not allowed to sign contract without you guys' approval.
I think it's worth a try, cause
It'll be in the back room there, we'll have it in the back room there as you connect it up. Be ready for next month, an updated camera package for over there as well, so I'm in the process.
so is what he's saying is there's gonna be a big expenditure next month.
Yeah.
You
I'm
read
trying to get
between the lines
everything
there.
NDAA compliant, get everything squared away.
And this won't do
You- you
nothing for
can't
the
see
maintenance
the
barn,
list.
correct?
Huh?
This is just for Riverside
So-
Farms.
It is not for the maintenance barn specifically. I'll leave it at that. There's some options we may have that may help the maintenance barn.
And
A Rottweiler or something?
No.
That's a good idea.
So we can put point to point in. So I can basically beam it from the one building to the other building, or vice
Okay.
versa.
Yep.
That's within the 1,600 feet I'm allowed.
Nice.
yeah, 'cause I wanna know if we got a rabid raccoon over there.
No, we have options,
Okay.
so.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the, quote from Verizon Business for $480 total cost for the year of 12 months. And how soon is that starting?
As soon as we order it.
Probably
Okay, for 12 months.
Friday or next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any other discussion, although we just had some? It's worth a shot. It's free to get,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't work or it just buffers the whole time, just send it back and cancel.
Cheaper than dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous, motion carries. And thankfully, number 8.
So, for those of you who don't know, y'all know, we're operating on Zoho. Zoho is a nightmare within this office. It creates all kinds of issues. The CRM isn't compatible. Go on and on about this. So, working through our current tech vendor, Marathon, we had to reach out to a third party because government accounts have to go through a specific third party at Microsoft. But we'll take 4 licenses to Microsoft, Office 365 G3, which is a government license. And then you guys will all receive an exchange license, which basically give you online office and all that stuff. Your computers won't change, just have Office there. $1,400 a year will update this entire office back to Microsoft, which apparently 99% of the world runs on. So we've tried it. We've tried everything in the office. Angela can attest. There's many days when we'll send something and it doesn't come through on the other side, or it's 20 or 30 minutes later that we finally get it, and that's a direct result of the miscompatibility of Zoho, how it processes mail and how it dumps it out to our computer. So $1,400 a year. It's actually $1,325.04. I assume that we're gonna, with Marathon, we may have some time or something in there. So I went with $1,400 to get us online and get us moving in the right direction. I've got a couple other quotes out there, and for us to go with them, we have to take the whole service to them, and our budget is not ready for that yet.
And what are we spending on Zoho?
Zoho is quarterly, but I don't remember exactly. I want to say it was $10 a license, so per month.
That's okay. I'm all in favor of them.
So this is more expensive, but we've got to do something. We can't
No,
I have to download every attachment to every email to read it, and it's very tiring. Apparently I was listening.
that's classic, right there.
So-
That's good. Only
You're
maintenance
talking
branch.
too loud.
Yeah, so the exchange only is like $381, and I think, for some reason, I thought it was right around $10 per Zoho license we were paying, but it just doesn't give us
And if there's anybody else out there that doesn't silence their cell phone, go
the.
ahead.
Yeah.
It's just under 600 a year.
Yeah,
So it ain't,
we're doubling ourselves
it's
essentially.
not terrible.
No, it's not. And really what it comes to is the 0365 licenses, those are $36 a month, I mean. But it is government compliant, so, sorry. The 0365 G3s are $21.89 a month, and there's 4 of those. But this also makes us 100% government compliant, so, which is nice. In tracking, storing, moving data.
Sounds good. Thank you for that information. Looking for the $1,400 motion.
Move to approve $1,400 for the new Office 365 purchase.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second? We have a second. Do we have any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous, motion carries. Next is the Ball State University Certified Public Manager. It's in your attachments. This is something Tyler and I talked about a year ago,
Yeah.
10 months ago, I don't know. But at the time, he was working 2 full-time jobs and didn't have time. Would you like to go ahead and express on that, Tyler?
Yeah, so this will just, it's the first step to make me a certified public manager. It's roughly 113 hours. It's 1 course a month. And this first phase takes approximately 1 year, and then you can go on and take other phases. So I think you can actually get your bachelor's in it at the end of it. Coming out of this, probably coming in where I'm at with all my credits. If they transfer over to Ball State correctly, it'll probably put me real close to having a bachelor's degree again. So, but it's 1 time a month. It's locally here in Fort Wayne. They provide all the books and training materials and everything for that. There is some homework you obviously have to do throughout the month. And
Angie will help you.
yeah. So I think it's gonna be good. They specifically, this prof specifically reached out to us in the town of Leo-Cedarville as a place that he'd like to try to get on this cohort. And I agree. I think it's something that would be good for us.
Program cost in our attachment is $17.95. Looking for a motion to pay that for him.
I'll make a motion that we approve not to exceed $17.95 for our town manager to take the CPM Fall 2025 cohorts class.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Do we have any other discussion, questions, concerns, or anything for Tyler or for Angie? We have the funds, obviously.
She was my first step before we even.
Well, I kind of figured, but I thought I'd better ask.
Yeah.
If not, we all know she'd already been saying so. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Motion
Even covers
carries.
lunch.
Huh?
Even covers lunch.
Yeah, that one day.
What a deal.
That's what I'm saying.
Hopefully they move it around from good restaurant to good restaurant.
Great dress on the first
Yeah.
day.
So the only other thing I have underneath my town manager report is October 12th, 11 to 5, the second annual craft and bake sale is scheduled for Cedarville Pavilion. So that's something that Parks wanted me, Janet wanted me to bring up, make sure you guys are aware that's gonna be happening. We did it last year, it was a pretty good success, so we're gonna try it again this year. And then we're working on a couple other things for the Halloween time, and as soon as we can finalize any details within that, we'll bump it out to you guys and let you know what's going on. So trying to keep our parks active 365 days a year. So we just gotta figure something out to do in February.
Maintenance Brian, we'll be looking for those Christmas lights right start of November.
Yeah. You're probably about sick of seeing the Christmas lights sitting out there already.
Yeah.
No? What do you mean?
So that's all I have. Oh, and we do have a meeting next Tuesday for an alley vacate. That alley vacate ordinance will be on your agenda for the second meeting pending the planning commission's approval.
Where's that at?
New Hauser Drive, so it's
Yep.
a school property.
Yep.
The road. I won't
Yep.
go into the box.
Yep, I'm very well aware of it.
So. That's all I have.
Greg, you got anything?
Yeah, I've been working, we talked about different banners and stuff, so I put out to, a lady over at the Legion about getting us some graphics around of some of the veterans, and so she's done that, and sent me a photo. I sent it to Tyler. I can't remember if I sent it to Tyler and Angela, but I sent it to one of them the other day on my way to South Bend or St. Joe, Michigan. But and I talked to Angela about it. She should get some prices on what new banners would cost. I'm thinking that they're willing to get the graphics and everything sent to where we have this done. If I'm not sure about the money yet, if they expect us to foot the bill for the banners, or they're going to help, or what the deal is. But this is a kind of like we've talked about this off and on the shadows about what to do with the new with banners and do something new. I always thought going through some of these smaller towns and stuff that the banners of the veterans, are always cool. We could even mix in some. I never thought of this. Might be a good idea to mix in some banners with some law enforcement people too. So I don't know, some fire department people, I don't know. But right now she's definitely on top of getting photos downloaded and things like that. So that's kind of something that's in the works. So
If you go into New Haven, obviously, you can see they
Right.
got a road.
Hometown heroes.
Waterloo,
Yes.
Butler,
Hunter
there's Huntertown. Yes, actually, she went over to Huntingtown because she sent me Cooney's photo. But I just think it'd be a cool idea for us. It's
And
and you get people that drive through there and they got poor eyesight. They're not reading that, great place to live, or the little thing, or I don't know. It just seems to me like it would be something cool to put up there. So
No,
think about it.
are we thinking like maybe an off season, like to run that stuff, then maybe?
Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm
I
very
don't
well
know.
open, I'm just throwing
I
out
don't know.
ideas.
Yeah.
so our current banners, we talked about this, I think, I don't know, June maybe is when it was, I don't remember, but our current banners are nearing the end of life.
Yeah,
So we're gonna have to update no matter what. I could see us running something like this through the summer months and maybe supplement with something patriotic, and then update to something else during the winter. I don't know if these will be ran 365 days a year, but we can definitely change them out. If we get enough, we can change out who's up there, right? So if we have
Right.
yeah.
60 or 80 people locally that we can do, then maybe we do 30 half the year, do another 30 the other half the year. I don't know.
We're not buying maintenance, Brian a scissor left to do all this, are we?
We lease it 2 times a year.
I'm just saying.
So that was the other question I was going to bring up is who thinks it'd be a good idea? And I don't know. I've never noticed how many brackets are on poles between here and the Cedar Creek, and between the North Bridge. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, why not just put them all the way down through there? Even our Christmas stuff, I don't know. It's a thought.
Snowflakes did you take?
How many
sitting out there,
snowflakes?
so I'll bring some out there.
How many
I think
snowflakes
it's
do we
like
have?
24 maybe?
We have 20.
20.
We
20.
bought 10 and then we bought 10 more.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we'll have at least another additional 5 to 7 with the new bridge project that will have brackets on them. And we know we're gonna have to update what we do across there already, so.
It'd be kind of nice to string them all the way down through there, especially, around
Well,
the Leo-Cedarville.
So currently they started CVS and head in towards downtown.
as soon as we can get them in after the first of the year with weather permitting, it would be really.
Well, there's twice a year that we go through with the Mallet to switch out for the snowflakes anyway, so that'd be a good time to, while you got the rental.
Oh, no, I agree. I like it. I think we need to get some more information, obviously, and make a decision.
Right. So,
Is anybody opposed to continue down this?
I will, what I'll do is I'll get Cricket linked up with you and you can talk to her back and forth.
I've talked to her many times.
Okay, well,
Her, first name basis.
there you go. So,
And just to give you an idea, the Legion probably doesn't have money to participate.
So you
in
can,
whatever
there's a
it is.
few things that the Legion can do to help. They think some of these other towns, they've requested grants, which is easier for them to grab than us, to help pay to hang them and do them. I don't know that it's gonna be an overnight process, but we definitely need to have an answer coming out of them this winter,
So, yeah.
so.
Con Enterprise can probably throw in a little bit.
can you possibly like,
Wait a minute.
like between now and
I
next
think we
meeting
could
or
get
something?
Mr. Markey to throw some in. He pulled in a Lincoln.
There you go.
I'll write
Can
a
you,
check for
can you
any-
possibly get like, start from like the Seaford Bridge or something and go to like North Leo and find out how many poles? So if we don't have brackets on some of them or whatever, we could
Yeah,
figure
because
out
they
that.
start pretty much at CVS and go that way, so.
Okay.
And then going up to, pretty much past your shop there, that's the end of them, going up.
Grable Road.
No,
Okay.
Gravel.
Which is probably sufficient for that road, but,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean.
I know.
No, but we run it all right down in yours.
Hostler? I don't know. Anyway,
No, maybe we need to add some brackets, if we can, at least, I mean, within
we might be able to get some business owners behind it too if we can't get a grant.
We can figure it out. Like I said, we just need to start exploring it and
Yeah.
get a process in place.
I think everybody's in favor.
Thank you.
I'm not a realtor with deep pockets.
Where's he at? I've been looking for him. Yeah, they're looking for him.
That's what I pay for.
Rob,
You got nothing?
Seamus, tell us about your building.
We're getting close.
It's exciting, and,
It'd be more exciting if we would've moved in last week like we planned.
oh, okay.
We'll get there.
Yeah,
Good.
there's always some hiccups,
Yeah.
you know that.
Yep.
So, good,
Yeah,
good.
we're getting close.
I think
Did you
Brian
get the
wants to
other
help.
building?
Huh?
Did you get the other building rented yet? Okay.
Brian's got a pickup truck and it's dying now.
Yeah. Okay, it's dying. It's dying.
You got anything, Brian?
No, sir.
No,
Yes.
I have.
How's patrolling going?
I'll just reach out to her.
We've been hearing about break-ins. What do you know about this?
I'll reach out to her. If you want to just text her, let her know.
Over by Tyler.
What's Tyler?
There's break-ins that we're hearing about around town.
Yeah. And there was a bump on something about Pioneer Village last weekend too. So I don't know if they filed a report or not, but just a heads up. I saw it come through on one of my third-party apps. Yeah.
Tim?
Nothing for me.
All right, we will have a budget hearing Tuesday, September 16th. Is that correct? And then following that will be our regular meeting. Motion, meeting's adjourned.
Under an hour.
We got a record.
All right, thank you.